and welcome to maybe the stream, yes? I see audio levels. If someone on the stream wants to confirm they can hear me, then this will be less embarrassing than me talking to nobody at all, which would be terrible. But whatever. XSplit is being a weirdo today, and that's just kind of how it is. Alright, so I'm going to wait. Okay, good. Somebody can hear me. Let's move closer to the microphone. Let me adjust the volume. Alright, there we go. Now we are all actually set up, and I am near the microphone, and the volume is right. And I can actually see things on the screen. Wow, it's like this is some sort of professional, awesome stream. So, this is One Deck Dungeon. Now with many more actual flashy components. We had a graphic design adventure today where Alana made lots and lots and lots of things. And now the game looks prettier. You can see we have the shiny card backs showing a door of the dungeon. We've actually got our properly cut out character cards that are double-sided, one for single player, one for double player. Yeah, two player rather. Our reference card, and most importantly, the dungeon cards. So in One Deck Dungeon, you're going to choose each time you play from one of four dungeons. There is the Dragon's Cave, Hydra's Reef, the Yeti Cavern, and the Lich's Tomb. Each of these dungeons has different special abilities for every floor. And also, when you get down to the fourth floor, you have to fight the boss. And the boss is a big, nasty encounter that will probably kill you. We're going to play the Dragon's Cave again, which is the easiest of the four, so that I might actually survive. We'll see how that goes. So, let me get the cards back into where they belong. So the basic rules of One Deck Dungeon are your goal is to get through as many encounters as you can. And every encounter is going to be with either a peril, like a boulder, or a monster, like a shadow. Perils will give you a choice of two things to do. And if you succeed, nothing bad will happen and you'll get some loot. Monsters will have lots of different boxes you have to fill in with dice to beat them up. Either way, after you finish an encounter, you will get to take whatever you beat as loot. And everything has three different options. First, you can take an item. When you take an item, you tuck it under the left edge of your character card. You can see gives you more attributes, which translates into more dice to roll. Here are our fancy dice. The second thing you can do is take it as a skill, tucking it under the bottom of your character card. And skills give you better abilities, they let you mess with your dice, all sorts of cool things. And the third thing you can do is take it as experience. Experience will get tucked into this level card, and when you get to enough experience, in this case you need 8 experience to level up to number 2, you can change this card up and get a level 2 card, which you can see gives you more items and more skills for your character. Every time you fight something, you'll get a card as loot, unless you die, in which case the game is over. And our handy-dandy reference card here tells you what you do on your turn. Every time you start a turn, you spend 2 time. Time spent is cards discarded off the top of the deck that go over here into a pile. Every time you go through the deck, there's a stairs at the bottom, and you'll go down to the next level. Things will get harder, and then a boss will show up. So, after you spend time, you can do either A or B. A is Explore. Explore is what I'm going to do on the first turn. Add face-down door cards to the dungeon until there are 4 doors in play. 1, 2, 3, 4. Doors are sort of the representation of the roguelike exploration of the dungeon where you find all the little hallways and doorways and nasty things behind them. Alright, so that was my first turn. First turn was just exploring. Second turn, spend 2 time. This time I'm going to do B because I've already explored. To encounter, you choose a door. If it's already open, you just encounter it. that happens if you run away from something. If it's closed, you flip it over, and then you can choose to either encounter it or run away. So this is a glooping ooze. A glooping ooze is a slimy little fellow, and he's not too difficult, so I think we're going to fight him. So this time I am the warrior, and you can see the warrior has 4 strength, 2 agility, and 1 magic, which means that for every fight we have, I'm going to get 4 yellow dice, 2 red dice, and 1 green die. Put the extra dice over here to use later. So when you have a fight, and I'm going to put this card here front and center so you can see it. Oh, that's not great. You roll all your dice, and then you have to fill up everything on the card. So you can see this glooping ooze has different boxes with different colors corresponding to the types of dice you'll need to fill it in. So in this case, I'm going to need a couple of 3s that are red, at least a 4 that's yellow, and a 6 that's yellow, and a 4 green. And what I have here is garbage, so I can't do that. What I can do is fill in this 4, and this 5, and this 3. And so what I have left over are a green 4 and a red 3. I've got these 2 yellow 4s that aren't doing anything else. What you're allowed to do is take 2 dice and put them on something that's the wrong color. And whichever die is lower is what you actually place. So 2 4s just places a 4 down here. I'll take out that 4. So after you put all your dice down, you look at the boxes that are left over. In this case, I left the pink 3 and the yellow 6, which means that the consequences of this fight for me are 1 time, 2 time, and 1 damage. You take damage, put it in the character card. Time just gets spent over here. Also, the glooping ooze has an ability that says add a time for each unused 1. I had 1 that I didn't use, so I had to spend another time because I made little bits of ooze, and that was bad. So now it's defeated. Hooray! I can take it as any of the 3 options. I could take an extra magic, so I get another green die every time I fight. I could take this skill, which says if I use 2 yellow dice, I can put a 6 into an armor box. That should have a little black symbol, not a heart. Oops. Or I could take 3 experience. Right now, I need more dice, so I'm going to take the magic. And that will help me out. Okay, I'm going to take a peek at the chat now because it was to my right. This will indeed be at PAX. We are planning to have about 100 copies of this short-run version. Obviously, not the paper. It'll be on good cardstock. The short-run version with our own dice that we got from a dice store and all the cards and everything. And it will be out at PAX. We'll have them for sale. I think they're going to be like $25. And then in the beginning of May, we're going to have Kickstarter for the game with, you know, all the actual components like, you know, a box and all the accoutrements you expect from your game thing. If you bought the game at Gen Con last year, or if you buy it at PAX, you'll be able to get a discount on that because we want to support the people who helped us start the game and do the beta testing. And yeah, ideally it'll be out this summer at Gen Con. We'll see if we can make that date. If not, it'll be out, you know, late summer, definitely by the end of the year. All right, so next turn. So I defeated the glooping ooze. There's now an open spot here. So I'm going to spend 2 time. I could explore it at another door, but that's kind of a waste. So I'm going to open this door here. We got a bandit. Bandit's another reasonable monster to defeat. One of the things you can do to check how tough something is all of the cards are worth either 2, 3, or 4 experience. And the 2s are obviously the easiest, the 3s are medium, and the 4s are hard. So like this nasty fire elemental is a 4, ice elemental 4, locked door is a 2. It's just a door. The bandit is a 3, which means he's kind of in the middle. And he's got a special ability. So the thief, rather, or the bandit, is a thief. And if I don't fill in this box, I will lose an item. So I want to do that because I like my lovely magic item that I just got. The warrior has a special ability that says if you take a wound, put a black die here, which is blue because I don't have any black dice on me. Use it in your next fight. Black hero dice are special. When you roll them, they can be any color, so they can fill any type of box. And each of the different heroes has a different way of getting those dice. So I'm gonna fight the thief because I'm gonna get this bonus die. I've also got one more green die than last time because I added that item. Let's beat him up. All right. Let's see. So my special die is that. So the other thing about the large boxes. So this is a big wide box with a 7 in it. I am allowed to put 2 dice into there instead of just 1, and exactly 2, in fact. So I can't just stack a bunch of dice in there to get rid of it. So what I'm going to do, one other thing. The thief has a box with a shield in it. The shield is an armor box, which means I have to fill this box before I can fill any other box on the card. So I would need a red 4 to do that. I'm going to use this black 4 because it's special to get rid of that right away. So I'm going to use this yellow die over here, and then, So I want to get this 7 so I don't lose the item. So I've got a 6 red, and then I just need a 1. What I can do is I can throw away these 2 yellow dice, and the lower one goes in there, and now I'm up to 7, so it's taken care of. And finally I can fill in this box, so I'm left with 1 health and 1 time on the bandit. So now I've got 2 damage, and I start off with 5 health, so that's okay. Alright, so I could take experience, or the skill, or the item. My limit right now is 2 items and 2 skills. I don't think I need another magic right now. So I'm going to take this as experience to stock up for later. So now I've got 3 experience towards the 8 that I need to level up to level 2. Alright, next turn. Going to burn 2 time. Open a door. This is a peril. So this is a spiked log. And the spiked log has 2 options. I can either clobber the logs with strength, and I will need a 7. Or I can dodge the logs with agility, and I will need a 9. So every peril has 2 choices. One is a little bit harder, and one costs time no matter what. To set up and clobber the log is going to cost me 2 time just to even attempt it. But I've got 4 strength and 2 agility, so that's really the better plan. The other thing about perils is I have to put a 2 here into this peril die box before I get to put anything here. This is going to get harder and harder as the dungeon goes down. So by the time I'm on level 3, I have to put 3 dice here before I can put anything on the peril card. That being said, since it's single player, I get a bonus. I get 1 hero die against every peril. So I'm going to attempt to clobber the logs. So I get my 4 yellow dice and my 1 black die, which is blue. It costs me 2 time to clobber the log, so I'm going to pay that. And now I'm going to roll. And, alright, so I have to put a die here. And then any 2 dice are going to get me to 7, so I'm all set. Alright, this gives me an agility or a magic skill. I don't have a lot of magic, so I don't think a spell is a great choice. I'm going to take the agility die, because more dice is more good. Alright, only 1 door left. I am going to open it and see what we get. It's a plague rat. So plague rat's fairly easy. If this had been a hard monster, I could run away from it and explore to get more cards out. I'm gonna beat it up. So plague rat special ability is swarm, that says this box is 3 per open door. Since it's the only open door, it's actually pretty easy. All right, I get 4 yellows, I get 3 red, and I get 2 magic. Let's squish a rat. That's a terrible roll. That is very sad. But I think I'm going to be mostly okay. Oof, that's really ugly, actually. Wow. Wow. I'm actually going to take damage from this rat. That is sad and embarrassing. So I took care of most of the boxes, but I've still got 3 time here and 1 health. Because the rat bit me. And that is terrible and sad. Oh, I could have used... Well, Stubbornness only lets me move yellow 6 to someplace else. And there wasn't a good way to do that, I don't think. But yes, if I get a yellow 6, I can place it on any color, because that is the warrior's second ability. Once per battle, you may place a yellow 6 on any box. Alright, since I took a damage, I'll get another black die on the next fight. Alright, so the skill here, True Strike, consumes a yellow die to add a 4 of any type. And that's really good for me because I have a bunch of yellow dice. I'm going to take the skill. Now there's no doors out here, so my only choice on my turn is to explore and add 4 new doors. So I'm playing the single player right now, but you can play with a partner. And when you're playing with 2 players, the characters start off with less icons to balance it out. They all have a cooperative ability that helps out your partner. You know, like the archer lets you pass a die, the rogue lets you do some cool things with perils, the mage lets your partner have lower mana costs. Whoops, that's the wrong side. And you essentially fight each monster together, pooling your dice. It is a very fun co-op game, and we like the experience for both 1 and 2 players, and I think that is cool. Oh, yeah. The if the warrior could just add a yellow 6 any place, that would be really too good. Alright, so next turn, I'm going to open a door, spend 2 time, and then open this door here. It's another goblin. No, it is a goblin. I haven't seen a goblin before this game. Alright, so I'm going to get 4 yellow dice, 3 red, 2 green. And I think we're just going to fight this because it's just a goblin. Alright, so this X is 3 again because only 1 open door. So I'm going to take care of that real quick. Boy, these are some low rolls today. I might wind up taking another damage. So I can either take a damage or a time. Instead of putting the 6 onto this 3, I'm going to combine it with this green 3 and take out the box that has a damage because I have a bunch of hits on me already. Oh, I forgot to roll this. In which case, nothing bad happens. We're fine. I remember to use my ability. Hooray. So the goblin's defeated. I could take dodge as a skill, which lets me burn a red die to change a damage I would be about to take into a time instead. But I want more experience because I want to get to level 2 so that we get more items. Alright, spending 2 more time adding, opening a new door. Beetle. So the beetle's kind of nasty. If not all the boxes get filled on the beetle just runs away. You don't kill it, you don't get any loot, you don't get any experience. You still take damage. So you have to be able to completely kill the beetle to get rid of it. I think that is feasible because I have mostly yellow and red dice, and that's what he has. So we're going to go for it. And I rolled good this time, so probably we can do it. Oh, I forgot to use True Strike too, so we were really okay on that goblin. That's the danger of playing horizontally from all your cards. You can't read your skills. So people at home, don't play horizontally. Alright, so this is actually fairly easy. I think we can fill up pretty much all these dice. And I can use True Strike, which says burn a die to add a 4 of any type. I'll add a 4 here to fill in the last box. And the beetle is defeated. I'm going to take more experience because we're almost level 2. That's 7 experience, which is good. Alright, spend more time, open up another door. See, we're just cruising through this really easy... Alright, I forgot to do the most important thing on the Dragon Cave, which is spend 8 time when you enter the first floor. I'm going to do that now. Oops. Forgetting all the rules. Okay. Here's the Wraith. So the Wraith is nasty. He has another box, like the Bandits, that says if you don't fill it in, you lose a skill. And he is mostly Strength and Magic. I only have 2 Magic dice, so this could be dangerous. I'm probably going to pass on this fight for right now, just because I don't want to get clobbered. I don't have a blue dice stored up from taking a damage last turn either, so I don't have that safety net. So I'm going to spend time. All right, so I've spent the last time in the deck, so the stairs are out. What the stairs say, while visible, there's no time cost starting your turn, so you don't have to pay time. Instead of having an encounter, you can descend to the next level. So I could choose to not open this door and just go down to level 2 right now. Or I can press my luck. While the stairs are visible, every 2 time I would spend on a fight cost me 1 damage. So you can't just linger around, because the nasties will start beating you up if you stay on the first floor for too long. So I'm going to open this door. And it is a bear trap. Ooh. So I have 3 red dice and my free die for any peril, because I'm a single player. So I could disarm them, but disarming them will cost 2 time. And this is 2 time that would cause me a damage. Or I could run through. Running through means I need to get an 8 on 2 of the dice. But if I fail, I'll die, because that's 3 more damage on top of the 3 that I've already got. That being said, great risk brings great rewards. Let's see what happens. This is where we're going to roll like 4 ones. It'll be hilarious. Yep, there we go. That's a lot of death. So, good job, game. You are the champion of game. Alright, so that was the game. So that is 3 more damage, and the warrior dies, and that's sad. Alright, since that was so short, we're going to play another game. That was terrible. See, I shouldn't have risked it. I knew it was going to happen. I knew the dice were going to be terrible, and they were. So I'm going to play a different hero to show off more things. So we just played the warrior. Instead, let's play with the archer. Alright, so the archer has 2 different abilities. Careful aim. Before a battle, you can add 1 time to add a blue die, or you can add 3 time to add 2 blue dice. That's a lot of blue dice, and it helps a lot. But that time adds up real quick. On her second ability, kiting, she can spend 3 time to avoid 1 damage. So you can sort of run around the room and spend more time. But again, if you wind up going down the levels too quick, you don't get enough power to... Oh, everyone's sad in the chat. Sorry, everybody. Yep, we're dead. So much dead. Lots of dead. If you go down the levels too fast, you're going to get clobbered, because when you get down to level 2, all the monsters get, more abilities, and the traps are harder. If you get down to level 3, it just gets crazy. So, can do the Dragon's Cave again. Let's do the Dragon's Cave again, because, we lost. For example, just to show you the other levels, the Yeti's Cavern starts off with adding some time things, freezing winds. So every single fight you have to fill in these 2 boxes, or you're going to burn time. And then it gets nastier and nastier as it goes down. The Lich's Tomb is the hardest. It starts off with a magic armor box and a big yellow box. Oof. I made them evil. Alright, let me shuffle these cards up real quick. And we're going to try again, because that's a good idea. All right. So, giant entrance hall. Spend 8 time when entering the first floor. I'm going to put the stairs in the bottom. That's where they belong. Alright, so the first turn I'm going to explore to get some doors into the dungeon. There we go. Whoop, 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 whoop. Doors. Alright, second turn. Time to open a door. We're going to open this door. It is a skeleton. So, the archer has 2 green, 3 red, and 2 yellow. She's kind of a jack of all trades. So, the skeleton, in fact, has a little bit of each of the colors, so this is a pretty decent match for her. I'm going to spend the 1 time to get 1 extra hero die. I don't think we need 2. And I'm going to go ahead and roll. And that's pretty good. So I got the 2 green 3s to take out those armor boxes. And then I can take out most everything on here. I'm just going to get stuck with that 5, which is the damage and the time. That's unfortunate. And the skeleton's ability is you have to fight him twice. So I'm going to fight him again. Alright, so I've got a green die. I need to take care of that other red die, and the best choice for me this time is going to be to spend these 2 red dice to take it out so that I can take out both the damage causing spots over here. And I'm just going to get stuck with 2 time. Alright, so we beat the skeleton, and got 3 choices. So the skeleton actually has a potion on him, and that is a different thing aside from a skill. When you take a potion, you put it underneath your potion stack here. What your potions do is you start off with the ability to use potions as healing. So a healing potion just heals 3 damage. This would be a clarity potion. Reroll any or all of your dice of 1 color, and then add 1 extra. When you spend a potion from your stack, it can be any of the types of ability you've discovered so far. So if I burn this potion, I could use it either a clarity potion or a healing potion. And every time you level up, you get a free potion, which is cool. I don't think I need a potion just yet. What I think the archer needs is delicious dice. So I'm going to add a strength die over there. So I'm going to be rolling a 3rd yellow die. So, no, you don't actually have to spend a time on the skeleton. You just do the same fight a 2nd time. So if you're the warrior, you roll all the dice you had the first time around, the 2nd time also. Alright, so I'm going to spend 2 time to flip over this card, and it is an ice elemental. Ice elemental is nasty. So the ice elemental has an ability called Frost, which says 2 time per floor if you flee. So if I don't fight this right now, I get frosted for 2 time. And if I was on the 2nd floor, it'd be 4 time, the 3rd floor, it'd be 6 time. Ice elemental is nasty. He's got a lot of yellow boxes and some magic ones. I think that since I'm going to lose 2 time if I don't fight anyways, why not spend 3 time and go at it with 2 blue dice and see if we can get a really good good kill. So I get 3 yellow, 3 red, 2 green, and 2 blue. Let's see how it goes. That's how it goes. Oh, wow. Well, this is what we call a problem. Those are all 1s. So the ice elemental has informed us as to why you don't fight the ice elemental, and that is he will kick your butt. So since the armor boxes are up here, I can't actually even fill any of these until I deal with those 2, and I can't. I don't have enough 5s. So I have to take everything on the card, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 time, and 3 wounds. And I'm going to use kiting to transfer 1 of those wounds 3 times, so it's going to be 8 time and 2 wounds. So, oof. That's a pretty rough fight. But even if you fail completely, it is defeated. Unless you die, you get it. This is a really good item because it gives me a die and a heart. And this ability requires 3 yellow dice, which isn't great. Oh, it is a really cool ability. Lets you spend 3 yellow dice to add 4 yellow or pink dice. But I think we need the health right now. Ouch. Yeah, Ivy will come roll the dice. Alright, so next turn I'm going to spend 2 more time, open a door, and it is an arrow wall, which I am equipped to deal with now because I have 4 red dice. So I think I'm going to rush through this arrow wall, which is the top option. And I'm going to need an 8 to do this, and let's just make sure... Let's see how horrible this can go. See those dice have numbers on them. Numbers are helpful. So I spend this 3 to take care of the peril die over there, and then a 6 and a 5 takes care of the 11. Hooray! Now I'm actually considering taking this as a potion to just heal those 3 wounds now. Or to have the ability to heal the 3 wounds when I need to. I think I'm going to do that, because that sounds smart. Let's spend 2 more time and open this last door. We will go to the Plague Rat. The Plague Rat, I think we can beat up. So this is where the interesting decisions come up. Do I spend the time to shoot an arrow or not? And we are pretty pressed for time already. There's only a handful of cards left in the dungeon. So I am going to not spend time and just try and kill it outright. And I was rewarded with a good roll again. Alright, so we're going to put that there. We're going to take care of the 2 yellow boxes, and the red box, and the red box, and good. The rat is dead. Take that, rat. So the rat's got True Strike on it again, which is a good ability. But we are desperately in need of experience, because we need to get up to level 2 pretty soon, because we're almost going to be on the 2nd floor of the dungeon. Alright, so 2 time. I'm going to open up 1, 2, 3, 4 doors. We've only got 1 time left. Hold on, I have to fix the computer. There we go. So on my next turn, the stairs are already visible, and we've only killed like 3 things, so this is going to be a rough 2nd floor. This does balance out a little bit. If you don't encounter many things on the 1st floor, the deck is still really full for the 2nd floor, so you have more encounters there. That being said, they're all harder. So while it's visible, it takes no time to encounter, so I'm going to open this up. An arrow wall. We could do this again, and I don't see a problem with that, so we're going to do it. If we fail, I'm going to have to drink that potion. But that's a good roll. Alright, so we rush through the arrow wall. I could take dodge, or I could take 2 experience. I'm going to take 2 experience. Alright, another free opening of a door. A bandit. I think we can take the bandit. So at this point, since there's no time available, if I spend time on the archer's ability, it's actually going to cost damage. So kiting is useless once the stairs are down. Oh yes, there's been a bunch of changes in the game since before. If I spend 1 time, I just put a marker here, and then the next time time gets spent, I'll take the damage. That's how that works on the stairway. Okay, so the bandit, I should be able to beat without a problem. I'm going to fight him. That's pretty good. 3 and a 4 makes 7 to take care of the big box. 4 gets rid of the armor. 3 gets rid of that. 4 and a 6. See, bandit, you were nothing. I'm going to take more experience. We're almost level 2. One more free explore. We get a rune puzzle. That is less easy to beat. And if we pick Decipher It, so the rune puzzle has a magic option to decipher it to open it, or you can take the brute force roar, we're just going to smash the thing, but it might blow up. Both of these are very dangerous because of the time equals damage constraint. And since we only have 3 yellow dice and 2 green dice, this is probably too nasty to go for. So I'm going to open this other door instead. Same problem. I don't think we want to deal with that. So we're going to run away from that and instead go down. So what happened there? On your turn, you can open a door. You can either face it or run away. Before the stairs are out, that costs you a turn, which is 2 time. Once the stairs are out, you can sort of look around before you go down without costing you more time. So when you descend, the deck gets shuffled. And we're going to go down. So the Dragon's Cave displays up to show the next level. These are cumulative, so every different effect in a dungeon happens. Flame Aura. All foes gain a little green box with 2 hearts and a 5. Also now, perils have a 2 and a 3 that I have to put dice into. The Giant Entrance Hall says spend 8 time when entering the first floor, so it's the only ability that doesn't carry over. Alright, so the deck is shuffled up. Got our experience over here. Alright, so to start off, we're going to spend 2 time to explore. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 doors. And we're going to open a door up. So 2 time to open up a door. It is a cave-in. Ooh. So I could climb over it, which is an 8. Although, oof, I got to throw away a 2 and a 3. It's not super dangerous. So I think we're going to try it. Alright, so I need an 8 on 2 dice after throwing away a 2 and a 3. And that looks good. So I can put the 2 here and a 4 here, and then I've still got 2 4s to deal with it. So if I had, for example, 2, 4, 3 left over, I couldn't do it even though these 3 dice total 9, because you can only put 2 dice into one of these special large boxes, except on the boss fights. Because the bosses have things like, 14, and you obviously can't do that with only 2 dice. Or 20. Okay, so Caven's defeated. If I take this experience here, we can level up right now. Brute Force would be nice. I can change 2 yellows into a yellow 6. I think leveling up is the right choice first. So we're going to put this down here. All this experience gets discarded. It goes out of the game. It doesn't go back into the deck. So when you level up, it becomes a potion. So it adds to your potion stacks. We now have 2 potions down here. A mana potion and another healing potion. And then level 2 comes out, which says that I can have 4 items and 3 skills. But it costs 12 to go up to the next level. So it's going to be a while. Alright. Let's discard some cards. 2 more time to open another door. And down we go. It is a Phantom. Phantom is one of the toughest monsters in the game. So the Phantom, you cannot place any odd dice, period. Which is hard because all these are 4s and 6s. So to beat it, you need a lot of high rolls. And also you've got to deal with this green 5 down here, which deals 2 damage. I think we're going to run away from it. So I'm going to spend 2 more time to open a different door. It's going to be this one. And it is a Wraith. Again, he's a bit of a problem because there's lots of green dice. But if we spend 3 time, we can add 2 black dice and maybe take care of it. So I spend 3 time. So I'm going to use a full careful aim. We get 4 pink dice, 3 yellow, 2 green, and 2 black hero dice that are blue because I ran out. So let's roll some dice. That is a lovely roll. So first off, I'm going to take care of the drain ability. Oh, you know what? I don't care about drain. I don't have any skills to lose. So there, take that, Shadow Wraith. You can't hurt us. I'm going to take care of this 5 down here. I'm going to take care of a 3, a 4, and now, so this is a green 5, but I've got 2 red 6s and a yellow 6, so I can stack them up to take care of the box, and that die goes away. Just for good measure, I'll take care of the drain anyways. So the Wraith is defeated. I could take another sword, or I could take the skill to give myself 2 dice. So magic skills, this means that I have to have green dice of value 4, and it will let me roll 2 more pink dice. Since I don't have many green dice, it's not a great skill. I'm going to take this for the item. I really need a skill. Alright, next turn, spending 2 time, opening another door. Oof, another force wall. So, yeah, now we're starting to get into trouble. So if I was going to take care of this, I actually can't beat either side of it. Because I only have 3 dice. 2 of them have to go here, and I need 8 on the last one. So I could just run into it and sort of lose. I'd take a damage in 4 time, or 3 health in 2 time. Or I could run away. I think we're going to just bash into it and fail and just burn a potion. So we roll the dice. Nothing good happens. We take 3 damage, but we burn a potion instead. And 2 time. Because this has the backstab skill, which is that I can burn 2 pink dice to add 2 yellow dice. And you can do that after you roll, which means that I can see what I roll, take my lowest 2 pink dice, and change them into a new roll, which is very useful. Alright. I don't think I still want to go fight this phantom, so I'm going to explore. And if you explore and there's still a door open, you get less doors. So the more you run away, the more time you're costing yourself in the long run. The peril adds 1 hero die, but that's just 1. Yes, so yes, since yesterday, everything time-wise is up. I realized that I had some balance things in from the first edition that were making the game much longer than it wanted to be. And we took hearts off of a lot of the items because it was too easy to just stack health and be bleh. Alright, so next turn, spending 2 time. Welcome to the stream, anybody that's popped in since we started. This is One Deck Dungeon, a game that we're going to be releasing in a couple of months. It'll be on Kickstarter in May. It is a 1 to 2 player roguelike dungeon delver, and you can play it cooperatively or you can play it alone. So we have discovered an ogre. Ogre is big and nasty, but we just got that backstab skill, which lets us put out a lot of dice at once. So I think if we spend the 3 time to get both black dice, we can actually take this bad boy down. So I'm going to add in all my dice. So I've got 4 yellow, 4 red, 2 green, the 2 black dice that I shot with the arrows. And we're going to see what we can do. We could roll a lot of 1s and 2s. That's what we can do. Holy crap. Okay, so that's what we call bad. Oof. Okay, so we can burn 2 red dice for this backstab skill to roll 2 more yellow dice. That's a little bit better. And then we can pair up dice. So a 5 and a 3 take care of the 8. A 2 and a 3 take care of the 5. We can get rid of these. What I'm actually going to do here is use these 2 red dice as a yellow die and take care of that. So what we are left taking for damage is 1 damage and 3 time. Oh, that would be 3 damage in 3 time. Did I have a green 5? Nope. Yeah, so 3 damage in 3 time. So we're going to burn another potion to heal 3. And then take the 3 time. Ouch. That is pretty nasty. Ooh. Well, that being said, we beat the ogre. So we've got some choices. So the ogre is a 4 experience, which means that it has a really cool skill and a health plus a stat. So I could take the magic die and a health, or I could take the special ability that says all yellow 5s become yellow 6s. That's pretty cool. And I'm actually tempted to do that because of the backstab ability that we have. So we're going to take that special ability. So all 5s that are yellow are now 6s. And I'm going to fan out all my cards properly, be OCD about it, and yeah, well, okay, never mind. That's as good as it gets. Okay. Spending 2 time to open another door. We're running out of time on level 2. This could get nasty fast. So another beetle. I think we can take the beetle. I'm going to spend 1 time for 1 arrow because spending 3 times every fight gets rough fast. Okay. Wow. This is not dice rolling day. Oh my goodness. Okay. So these are completely the wrong dice, actually. So I'm going to roll these 2 reds that I should have rolled. Okay. Yeah, whatever. It is what it is. Okay, so I can burn 2 red dice to roll 2 more yellow dice, which are still terrible. And then I can start placing things. So, I don't think we can fill up all of the things on here. We didn't get any yellow 5s to become yellow 6s. But at least we mitigate most of the damage, or all of the damage. So there's left over 2 time things here, so we lose 2 time. And the beetle, if it's not completely covered up, discard it instead of taking it as loot. So, bye beetle. Alright, next turn we spend the time. The stairs are now open, so... ooh boy, a fire elemental. So, if we run away, we take 2 damage. If we fight it, we might take a lot of damage. Okay, so if we fight it, we would have 2 magic, and most of its boxes are magic. 1, 2, 3, 4 reds, 4 yellows, and a couple of abilities. I can send 1 arrow at it, spending 1 time. I think that's what we're going to try and do. Because if we don't kill it, it's going to deal us damage anyways, and we're going to be almost dead going into level 3. So, no guts, no glory. This is the story of all roguelikes. Let's see what we get. That's a good set of dice. Good job, dice. You did not let everybody down. Except for the fact that the greens are all terrible. Oh. Alright, first thing I'm going to do... so one nice thing. Both of these yellow 5s become yellow 6s. I'm going to spend 2 red dice to add 2 more yellow dice, which are 2 more 6s. So we've got a bunch of off-color 6s, which can fill in all of these things, and a garbage green 2 and 3. So the 2 is going to fill in that 2 box. So basically we can fill in 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes of our choice. I think that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. And these 2 4s can fill in this 4 box, which actually... all things considered, that's a pretty good fight against that fire elemental. So our last cost is 1 time, which is the second time costing us 1 wound. But we beat it. We took down the fire elemental. Boom. The deck is 44 cards. There's 56 cards in the game, but some of them are things like the experience cards and the dungeon cards and the stairs. There are 20 different monsters. There's 3 copies of a couple and 2 of most. And by monsters, I meant monsters and traps. Okay, so we beat the Fire Elemental. So we could take 4 experience. We could take another skill, which makes all of our spells cost 2 less mana. That's pretty useless. We don't have any spells. Or we could take a health and an agility, which is what we're going to do. Alright, that Phantom looks terrible. Well, you know, why not go for it? Because now we've got another red die. And we rolled good last time, which means statistically we're going to roll good this time too. I know that because I have a math degree. And that's what we get. So I'm going to spend 1 time again to shoot, which, you know, as long as we don't burn another time, we don't take any damage. But hey, we got an extra health, so it's like free, right? Yeah. Alright, let's roll some dice and see if we can kill this Phantom before we get on to level 3. That doesn't look good. Alright, so we can take care of the armor boxes and this. I can take care of this box over here. And then I can burn 2 red dice to roll 2 more yellow dice. And I get a 4 and a 2. Oof. So, it's not quite enough. If we had just gotten 1 more 6, we would have lived. But that is 1, 2, 3 damage, and that's too much. Oops, dead again. Welcome to roguelikes. So yeah, if we had gone down another floor, all of the monsters get this nasty shield in front of them. And I wanted to get 1 more item before that happened. So yeah, 1 deck dungeon is not easy. It is definitely a roguelike. One of the things that we're going to be adding in the Kickstarter campaign is a sort of campaign mode where every time you go in, you get some points that you can spend on upgrading your character permanently. Give them little perks and bonuses. So that, you know, you go into the Dragon's Cave a couple times and you eventually get a little bit stronger so you can make through and maybe even fight the dragon. Let's actually take a peek at the dragon, which we did not get to. So enemy bosses have... Ooh, there's some glare. I'm going to take this out of the card sleeve so that you can actually read it. So the dragon has all of these boxes on him, and he has 7 health. The way you deal damage to the dragon is by filling in these skull boxes on the right. Every round of combat, you roll all your dice, and you fill in as many boxes as you can. For each skull you fill in, you deal him a damage, and then all the boxes clear, and you start a new round. So you essentially have to fight him 2, 3, 4 times before you can get enough damage onto him to beat him. And that's nasty. But if you can, you are the champion of the dungeon. Yeah, the Phantom on level 3 would be just total nonsense. Because you can't place any odd dice on it, and ugh, gross. So a roguelike is a term for a type of computer game that is like a dungeon delver that you go as far as you can until you die because you're surely going to die. Alright. So we got in 2 quality games of 1 deck dungeon tonight. I'm just going to be randomly streaming it at times whenever the desire pops up. Thank you all for watching tonight. I'm headed out to a convention on Sunday morning, so I needed to get some... I'm bringing this with us to the Gathering of Friends, where we're going to hopefully play lots of it with lots of cool people. I will probably stream again tomorrow. You can subscribe to our channel here if you'd like, or watch our Twitter for when it's going to happen. If we're going to stream tomorrow, probably be in the afternoon or the evening. So yeah, thank you all for coming, and I will see you again soon.